What's going on YouTube? JT's Reborn here. Welcome to another edition of my Star Wars Rewatch. And in this video, we're going to be talking about Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. That's right, we're going to be talking Empire today. What is widely regarded as the best Star Wars movie ever made. Now, I mean, that's always subjective. It's always up for debate. But a lot of people tend to pick Empire as their favorite Star Wars movie. And it's understandable to see why. The characters are evolved quite a bit. Luke Skywalker finally confronts Darth Vader. We have the amazing reveal that Vader is in fact his father. Obviously, the prequels weren't around back then, so they couldn't give that whole thing away. But the atmosphere is good. Yoda comes into play. Lando Calrissian comes in, and it's kind of like a darker one. Definitely, like, the emotions are a little bit heavier this time around. The acting has improved, especially from Mark Hamill, who's evolved a lot as Luke throughout this one. He's still going through his Jedi training. He's still not quite there yet. And in fact, he loses his hand at the end of the movie and gets his ass handed to him by Darth Vader. Like, just no doubt about it. Like, just ass handed to him. And it's pretty great. I mean, it's definitely up there. It may or may not be my favorite. I gotta watch Return of the Jedi, because Return of the Jedi was the one I remember when I was younger was the one I liked the most. Mainly for the Emperor and for the Vader and Luke stuff that happens in the movie, especially that final lightsaber battle. I think that's, to me, is the best drama of the whole original trilogy. But, you know, there's things that kind of hold that one back too, like the Ewoks. I never minded the Jabba thing, but it's just kind of the Ewoks that kind of take you out of it. But anyways, so Empire Strikes Back, I'm trying to think what else I can really say. This is the one that feels the least altered of the original trilogy, because I watched it on the Blu-rays, and like for a while, like I was always there definitely are some things that are different. For instance, Ian McDiarmid has been inserted into the movie as the Emperor, although when you go watch the credits of the Blu-ray, it still says Clive Revel is the Emperor, because the Emperor was originally a different person, played by a different actor. But although McDiarmid is still the superior person to play the role, it's just, why even have that person in the credits if you're gonna just completely recast him? And also, boy, that must suck for that guy, like, who was the Emperor prior. He's like, oh, well, I never got to play him again, and, like, all of my stuff has been taken away. But obviously McDiarmid, like, I prefer him in there. But, like, there's, you know, some changes in the special editions that I can get behind. Like, seeing Ian McDiarmid some more, I prefer, because it's, you know, a little bit more consistent. But at the same time, it's like, well, he wasn't originally in the movie. But, you know, it's still neat to see both versions. The battle at Hoth is exciting. Han and Leia, their relationship expands a little bit more this time around, and like I said, Han and Leia have really good on-screen chemistry. I like their banter, and I just like some of, like, Han's, like, shit-talking that he does. Like, one of my favorite parts is where she's just like, I love you, and he's like, I know. Like, just something like that that really helps sell the scene and makes it funnier. And even at the end of the movie, like, Han gets trapped in carbonite. I know Harrison Ford wanted them to kill him off. He didn't get his wish till Force Awakens. But I think it works best that, you know, Han's kind of putting, you know, carbonite. I feel like the ending of, you know, Return of the Jedi is a little bit more satisfying. And besides, Ford didn't get to play the role again for another, like, 30 years anyway. So I guess that's cool. But yeah, Empire Strikes Back. I really do dig it. Like, I love the scene where Vader tells him, he's like, Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father. He's like, you told me enough. You told me you killed him. He's like, no, I killed your father. Or, I am your father. I guess the original thing in the script was, I killed your father, and then Luke freaks out about it. And then, however, they told Mark Hamill, like, hey, no, we're not telling you, you can't tell anybody this. The actual line is, I am your father. Or, no, it was Obi-Wan killed your father. It wasn't in the script. And then Luke freaked out, which actually is, like, another thing that's like, oh, wow, that's kind of crazy. And then, well, in a way, technically, like, it was the last bit of Anakin, and then, you know, Vader took over. I don't know, you can kind of make an argument for that kind of happening, but I kind of like the twist. I think a lot of people were shocked by it back then. Obviously, it's been parodied to death, so everybody kind of knows it before it happens. But it is, like, I do like watching videos on YouTube where it's, like, people's reactions to it, like, finding out the whole truth. So you gotta, but it only makes sense if you show them episodes 4, 5, and 6 first. Because if you watch the prequel trilogy first, then it just doesn't have the same impacts. Granted, I'd recommend just watching the original trilogy, then prequels, then I'd say watch them in order of theatrical release. That's my understanding. I've been going through watching chronologically because I just kind of wanted to get, I wanted to build up to the original trilogy and just watch it all, like, in the events, in the order that they're taking place, rather than just kind of watching in order of release this time. So I figured that'd be more fun. Because I don't think I've done that with these new Star Wars movies yet. But, yeah, I'm trying to think if I have any issues with Empire Strikes Back. Nothing really. I do find the ending to the original Star Wars more exciting than this one, because like I said, it's a bit of a cliffhanger ending this time around, whereas the previous movie kind of had, I mean, there's still plot elements left over, but it felt more like a complete story. This one, it's like, okay, well, now there has to be a sequel. You can't just end it there. Whereas the other one, like, if it just ended there, there'd still be kind of something satisfying. Sure, Darth Vader's still alive, but he's kind of out into space. They defeated the Death Star. It's definitely a more hopeful and optimistic ending. But, you know, this is like the second part of a trilogy, and I guess that's the direction they were going with before we get to Return of the Jedi, where Palpatine kind of takes over as the main big bad, per se. But, yeah, that's all I have to say about The Empire Strikes Back. What are your thoughts on it down below? Let me know your thoughts and so on and so forth. Hit the bell for notifications, comment, like, subscribe. And come back in the next video as we conclude the original trilogy with The Return of the Jedi. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Go check out Empire. It's really, really good. Bye-bye.